Okay, well, hello, Leo. Um, so, when I put up the other videos, like Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, I started getting all these comments like, where's Leo's video? And I'm like, well, I'm gonna do it. But it's like, no, but where's Leo's video, though? I'm like, okay, well. So, at first I was like, did you turn? And then I'm like, this is energy that I could probably work with. And it is. So right now we have Venus, Mercury, and the North Node in Leo. And the Sun is still transiting in Cancer. In fact, it just got there, so you guys need to wait a little more. Yes. But I just, first of all, the Sun rules Leo. It's like it's going home. It's like the last leg of the car trip where it's like, okay, we have another 100 miles and then we're home and I can get out of the car get away from all of you and I can go home and I can be comfortable. Like, please let me out of this car. But it's like, you still got to go through those 100 miles. But in that last 100 miles, it's like, you're planning what you're going to do when you get home. What you're going to do when you get home. So it's like, okay, well, first I'm going to go in the fridge and I'm going to have some grapefruit seltzer. And then I'm going to go take a shower and I'm going to use this new aloe vera body wash that I got. And, so your mind is already there. And, yes, so, before I had that realization, I'm just deciding what I was going to wear today, blah, blah, blah. I got in this energy that's like, I want to be noticed, but not, I don't want to be on a stage, but I want to be noticed. Hence all the red, right? And what is Leo's color? I'm pretty sure it's red, right? It's a fire sign, so. Yeah, but, I also kept hearing, it's from Wicked. I have all the lyrics in my head. Okay, it's multiple songs, but it's all from Wicked, which, unless you've lived under a rock, is a wonderful Broadway musical, which I never got to see, actually on Broadway, and I'm very upset about it still. I don't think I'll ever let that one go. But anyway, musical theater, being in the spotlight, if you're a singer, it's like, I've been warming up my vocal cords this whole time, and now they're ready to go. They're ready to sing. I'm good. Let's go. And, yeah, it's like your time is coming. You guys just gotta chill a little more. But I thought the very least that I can do is your tarot reading, right? So, I am terrible at planning. So, if you're already feeling this energy that comes out right now, great. And if it happens to fit the frame for July, then perfect. And, yeah, but basically what I'm going with is whenever you see this video, it's when you're meant to see it. So let's see what's going on for you guys. Okay, Leo, you're certainly having a tough time, I'll be honest. All right. Well, I'll explain. All right. This is a big reading, though. All right, so your energy at the bottom of the deck, we have the World. It's the last card in the Major Arcana, so this reading is very important. Okay? So the energy that we have going into the reading, we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay? So the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, normally it's letting go, but I feel, the Four of Pentacles, make sure you can see on this computer. Yeah. Okay. So the Four of Pentacles, it's normally about clinging on to something. Like, you have 4 coins, and they're your only 4 coins. So you're like, I need to hold the, don't touch these coins, right? And so in the reverse, it's usually letting go. But the feeling I'm getting from this is you didn't want to let go of whatever you were holding on to. I'm gonna say straight up that this is probably a romantic reading, right? It could be business partner or like very, very close friend, but I'm really feeling, okay, how's this? Partner. How's that? So I feel like, yeah, it's not even like you had to let go of something, because if you're letting go, you're making the choice to open your hands and let go of whatever you're holding. But the energy I'm getting from this card right now is more that, like, whatever you were clinging to, it kind of fell out. Like, you were upside down and it's like your arms are tired, right? You've been holding this for so long, it just drops out, and it's like, because the first energy that we have in the past is the Five of Cups. So, yeah, so obviously what just dropped out of your hands, you're obviously very upset about, right? And what I started thinking is you were going into this kind of reflective energy where you started thinking, right, this is the Strength card, it's a card for Leo, and you start thinking, well, what's wrong with me? You know, why did I lose this? I don't, and just trying to figure it out. And I think you are seeing yourself in a much smaller, more insignificant light than you deserve. Like, you're not insignificant. You already know that, right? But, in times of loss, it's really easy to forget that. And listen, we're our own worst critic, and we can be really mean to ourselves. And I think you were kind of just, sitting there, and you're like, well, I mean, I did this wrong, and I did this, and like, I'm nowhere where I want to, I'm nowhere near where I should be in life. It's like I have this much, meanwhile I should have this much. Maybe that's why that person left, or, I lost this thing. In your current energy, that Five of Cups energy, I think God, I need nails to pick these cards up. I think, the reflective time, it's grown a lot because you've really been reflecting on what you have lost. And we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. And I think it's almost like the more you focus on this thing, it's like the bigger it grew, right? And I think it's now like, well, I didn't lose like these 5 small cups. Like, I lost this massive, important, big cup. Like, like, oh my God, this is what I lost. Like, not this. Like, I lost this. Or, maybe you thought you were starting something new with somebody, and, you're realizing that, like, it's not happening. And because of this, you are at a standstill. It's like you had all this energy to move forward and go forward with, this thing, and you're just stuck. And okay, and I'm going to talk about this card when I get over there, but you're stuck. And I think somebody knows. Yeah, okay, so it's like the reason that you're stuck, I think it is due to this Emperor person, or having something to do with that Emperor person. And this is a person who just, in general, their character demands a lot of control. You know when you need them to be emotional in a sense. They're cold. They're like stone sometimes. And, you know, with them leaving, they're kind of trying to leave in a way where it's like, well, maybe they won't notice. But it's like, of course you fucking notice. Like, where the fuck are you going, right? So in the future, yeah, we have the Two of Cups in the reverse, the Seven of Swords upright, and the Ace of Wands upright. And when I picked these up, the Emperor card came up with them and just flipped into the reverse. So I'm going to relate that with these and think that, yeah, the way I'm seeing it is, you know, it's like maybe at the current moment, it's like, you know, this person is leaving, but they haven't fully left yet. But you know they're going to, so you're already feeling the emotional pain from that. And, you know, you're already getting stuck, but it's like they're still in your life. So then, you know, in the future, we have the Two of Cups in the reverse, Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. And I'm seeing this as them, you know, going away, leaving, and, you know, this connection just splitting up, and then trying to sneak away in some sense, or like, it's like they don't want to deal with the emotional turmoil they're kind of putting on you. So they're just hoping like, oh, well, you know, maybe they'll be cool about it. But really they're going in pursuit of like, you know, something else. Keep in mind these energies could be reversed. You know, it's however it resonates for you. And if you're like, my Venus is in Leo or my Mercury is in Leo, this storyline is making perfect sense to you, then like this might be for you then. You know, this is why I love tarot. It's not, it has to be this way. It's really abstract, and you know, if it fits with you, don't make it fit, but if you know it fits with you, then like take it. Let's see. But the energy that I do see coming out of the reading, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse, Magician in the reverse, and Temperance upright. So you might be a little stagnant for a little while, right? Maybe while the sun is in Cancer. You know, let's say you have a Leo ascendant, the sun is in your 12th house right now. It's not really a time where, it's not a time where you want to take a lot of action. It's a time where you're really recharging and you're reflecting and you're kind of confronting the stuff that's essentially driving the car from your subconscious. And, you know, I see you coming out of that reflective time. And I'm not seeing the Magician in reverse as a bad thing here. I'm seeing it as this wasn't like an open public energy, it was internal. And I'm seeing you figuring out a way to balance yourself. That's what the Temperance card is. And you know, the Magician and Temperance card are also both major arcana. So the way I'm seeing it is, whatever area of life that this was, you know, whether it was love, whether it was business, whatever, because of the change from Ace of Cups going to Ace of Wands, I think it's going to shift your focus. So let's say, you know, this is over losing a romantic interest. You know, this whole thing is kind of going to be so jostling for you that all of your energy is kind of, it's going to be like reignited in a sense in another area of your life. And I think it's actually really going to, like, you needed this. because it's, when we're focusing on one person, especially when that person is toxic for us, or the relationship in general has just gotten toxic, that takes more of our energy. And, it takes so much of our energy, it's taking it away from the other areas of our life where we should be putting it. And so, it's kind of, when I saw this Ace of Wands here, I just got a sense of, because it's in the third column here, and, I thought of, this stick kind of like, or wand, sorry, kind of like pointing and zapping at the third house, because this is the third row, and the third house in astrology rules communication, right? So this is mental pursuits. This is writing. Are you a writer? As the sun moves into Leo, maybe you're finally going to come out with that work you've been, wanting to publish, or, public speaking, or, sorry, I'm just trying to think of, yeah, and I think, because then we have the Two of Cups up here and the Seven of Swords, and the 2 and the 7 equal 9. And, the third house and the ninth house are opposite from each other. The ninth house is where we have, this can be higher study as well. So, this could be something like college, you're going away to college, or maybe you're continuing past college or high school, I don't know. But maybe it opens your lines of communication so you can start focusing on the more spiritual, the philosophical, something to do with travel. At first when I was looking at this reading, I was like, oh, but honestly, I see a surprising amount of potential in here. So, whatever you're feeling right now, listen, everything is temporary, even the good stuff. But everything is temporary, and you're not going to feel like this forever. And I feel inclined to say that if you are a writer or, an artist of some type, where you can take whatever pain you're feeling right now to create something with a lot of depth. This Ace of Wands energy, use that to your advantage. When you're in your quiet, reflective time in the Four of Swords, this is when you can be really focusing in on all of that energy to manifest what you want to, become the Temperance card. But whatever cycle you're closing out, it's a big one. We have the World in the upright here. As, the underlying energy of the deck. And the World is a beautiful card. And it might be uncomfortable when one cycle ends, but that's so something new can come in. And, it's like you can't even imagine what that is yet. So look forward to that. And leave me comments and let me know if this resonates and what's going on in your life. And thanks for letting me read for you guys. I'll talk to you soon.